What up? What up? That's what I like to see. You guys are in here waiting on me to yap. You're waiting? Well, thank you. That makes me feel appreciated. Welcome to the Thursday Night Live. I'm doing it a little bit early, just because I have spots tonight. So I don't want to be standing on the street like, yeah, going live. Like I did it Tuesday on the Instagram, and it is weird. Like a lot of people are looking at me. I'm walking by, like, see, that's what's wrong with society, and I'm like, fuck yeah, you're right. just like just like moving around, whatever. Again, also, it's what are you guys gonna get out of this? Like, I'm not going to. I don't have anything to complain about. Anger challenge. I am a few days in. Not angry. What up, y'all? Lorraine, Ohio. Lorraine, Ohio. Why do I know Lorraine, Ohio? I stayed in it. No, it wasn't Lorraine, but I've stayed in an Airbnb somewhere close to Lorraine, Ohio, and it was definitely people who like they stay in the house with you and try to cook you breakfast and stuff in the morning, you know. Yeah, it's definitely more comfortable at home. I can, say whatever I want. If I want to say the N word, that's just between me and whoever's on the other side of this wall. Uh if I want to yell the F word, Southeast LA, yeah, yeah. Good evening. 30 miles west of Cleveland. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ellesmere, Ohio, or something like that is where I was at. I don't ask me. I used to do some of the wildest gigs in the weirdest places. So tonight that's not the case. Tonight I'm at the Fat Black Pussycat, which is it's the big music venue of the Cellar. So yeah, El Riot, it might have been it. So yeah, I'm not doing those kind of weird road gigs anymore, the VFW halls and all that kind of stuff like that. Thank you to all of the people who reach out with that kind of stuff. I really do appreciate that you guys think of me now. When everyone's like, "Hey, you want to come and do my VFW hall for $600?" And you're like, "Well, no, no, not anymore." Like there was a time I needed that. I needed that, and I would have loved to have been called for that. But that has changed. Boricua? Are you calling me Boricua? Hola, senora or senor. Yo, okay, everybody. Who one of y'all linked up with me on what is that app? Duolingo? I forgot who it was. JC or whatever. We found each other on Duolingo. He's fucking killing it. He is killing it. He puts in way more. I thought I was special with my get up in the morning and hablo inglés, aquello or aquello, esta. Like I thought I was doing something. Nope. Nope. The proof is in the pudding where you just see someone else's bar. Is that why you friended me on this thing? Just to shame me? To show me that I'm not working hard enough, you David Goggins individual, you? Ugh. Any plans for shows on the West Coast? There's a comedy drought, man. Everyone went to the East Coast of Texas. Yeah. So I do want to come and do that. I'm looking at a place in LA now. One of my followers here is running a venue in Seattle that I want to come to. Um, this is I can follow up more. I can follow up more with these people, but I get in a weird thing, and maybe I got to get out of this habit. You guys let me know. I get in a weird habit of if I have to ask like two or three times, I get the feeling that they don't want to do it. And I get it. Like everyone is like so busy and so absent minded, but I know that's not 100% the case. And I also know that, hey, maybe I'm just not that important to them that, they're going to, but I don't like that, three, four times reaching out to somebody. It just, it's like, well, hey, I'm okay. I can, oh, wow. Is it preseason? Speaking of Cleveland is playing Philly like right now. Like right now. Cleveland and the Eagles are playing. Reach out to Jeremiah Watkins if I go to the West Coast. He's a guy. He's not here. Really? I think I've met him at the cellar like once or twice. just like, seeing him at the table, shook his hands and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I have that's a bad thing with me. If I see somebody that is famous, I just go, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, I don't try to network with a famous person. I don't try to, like, even I also am bad at following up with famous people when they're like, "Yo, call me." Because, dude, if I call you 2, 3 times and there's no reach back, eh, I'm good, man. I am good. You're not gonna have me. Come on, where you at? Why you not answering my text messages? Like, I remember hearing a rumor that Jay-Z got Robert De Niro to freak out on him like that once at a restaurant in Tribeca. Apparently, like Robert De Niro, he runs Tribeca, you know what I mean? And he's the guy that kind of like got hove in, you know what I mean? Like, no, he's one of the good ones. He's with me, like Robert De Niro kind of like did that for Hove, apparently. And he starts getting in all the good restaurants. He's in with all of the good people, all of the high end people at Tribeca. He's becoming the upper crust. And once he got there, he didn't really need Robert De Niro anymore. And he kind of stopped answering that guy's call. And Robert De Niro saw him walking into a restaurant. Him and Beyonce are walking in to go have a meal. This is years ago, but like they're going in to have a meal, and Robert De Niro is there with his wife and other people, and he sees Jay-Z walking in, and he goes, "Yo, he has to stop dinner and go off on Jay-Z for not returning his calls." Now, here's the crazy thing about that. Like, I feel that. I get that. I feel that. Like, yo, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? If I was some young puss, if I was some young chick trying to shove some double D's in your face, I wouldn't have to text you 2, 3 times. And if I was some multimillionaire with a big business deal or an opportunity for you, I wouldn't have to do that much. So why are you making me do that? But I would never want to be that guy. I would never want to be Robert De Niro in front of my wife. "Hey man, why aren't you calling me back? We have a bromance." Like, nah, that's not my energy. I hope this becomes a thing, even though it's kind of is already. Yeah. I think this will be a thing. Like I said, Thursdays it'll be here. If I don't go at 9, I'll go at this time. Just because. Yeah, Dylan in the work, half an hour. Yeah, so Dylan's got to connect in Seattle. Hopefully, we could get up to Seattle off of that because those other people weren't reaching back out to me, Dylan, and that's why I wasn't like I wasn't reaching out to be. Yeah, I don't want to be bugging to seem desperate. I know, and I gotta get past that. I guess I gotta get past that because it's not desperate if it's business, you know. But I would rather those people just like behave. Like, hey man, a man is calling you about business. Answer that like you see it, you see the email, you see the DM, whatever, for whatever reason, you just don't answer, which is cool. Seattle, bro. Once I get firmer foot in the door at the venue, I'll definitely be reaching out. I got an official email at the venue, but I'm still training. Got you. I'm hyped too, man. I'm coming. The Ninja Turtle episode. Okay, I'll get you some of the comics. Okay, somebody was just talking to me about this in the comments earlier on I think it was one of the YouTube videos, but they were talking about the newer Ninja Turtles, like the animated stuff from like like I think like 2013, at least 2004, 2003, all that kind of stuff like that. And I never got into those. I don't think I gave them the chance. Like even on the videos that we posted on TikTok, we were talking about the Ninja Turtles. People were talking about like the Last Ronin and all that stuff like that. I never went that far. Like I wasn't that much of an anime kid, and that's the thing. Once they made Ninja Turtles anime, I was more. Let's just say I was more outdoors at that point, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. I was a more outdoor kid, so Ninja Turtles was that became something that you kind of step over the little ones while you're coming in and out to retrieve whatever you're retrieving from in the house before you go back outside. You know what I mean? Um, Out of security and into production. That's what's up, man. Just saw a clip of Monroe killing it in Seattle. Yeah, yeah, he was out there. I remember sharing the clip of that too. I don't know what he's out there doing, man. What up, Blaze? Only anime I ever watched was Akira, and I saw it on HBO way young. Yeah, we all got into anime way too young. Like, we didn't know what the fuck was going on in Japan for them to be acting like that. My first anime was Ninja Scroll. Anyone ever seen Ninja Scroll? Ninja Scroll was some wild shit, bro. Wild shit. That shit was violent. There was like extreme violence. There was nudity. There was rape. There was casual sex. It was like, yo, yeah, Jubei. You know what else is crazy about that Jubei shit? Jubei and his fight with the rock monster, along with things like watching Ninja Turtles, like the cartoon series from the '90s, where they would fight against like Bebop and Rocksteady. That shit always made me feel like at some point in my life, I was going to end up in a knockdown, drag out fight to the death. Am I alone in that? Like Jubei fighting the rock monster along with most of the other villains that he fought in that movie, the odds were so crazy. It was like, yeah, Jubei, you were nice. He was lean and but like, yo, bruh, how do you fight a rock man that heals? You got, and he's literally like, and the crazy thing was, all Jubei did to that rock man was he stopped him from a rape. He stopped him from, like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not even really violating you. I'm helping you. You was doing something foul, son. So like I just stopped you from raping and went on about my day. And now forever you got this rock dude on your heels where you like, damn, I was doing the right thing. I was minding my business, walking through the fucking tall grass, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I got this rock man on me because I did what everybody told me. Said like, yeah, fuck that, man, fuck that. Jubei only won because the ninja girl poisoned him, right? But still, those are some crushing blows that Jubei took, which is like I wouldn't want to take that. And then no sex in the end. Come on, you guys know me as fucking prudish as that sounds. If I'm putting my life on the line, come on, somebody's got to help me bust a nut when this is over. We talked about that on the last live. If I hang a TV, where's the sex? That's why I always laugh at these movies. There's a lot of movies. I don't know whether this is still a thing now because I barely make it to the end of movies. I have the attention span of a sewer rat. It is bad, but like, there are action movies where the hero does not get kissed because the damsel in distress does not like them in real life. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, Romeo Must Die was like that, right? Jet Li, pop, 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 fucking 2 hours doing all this shit to save Aaliyah. At the end, she was like, "Come here," and she just gives him a hug, and you're like, "What? What? A hug? You? It's called Romeo Must Die. He's been trying to fuck for 2.5 hours. We all know that he can't even get a kiss in a movie. That's racist. That is just racist. That's wild. Then she makes a music video with DMX. Same movie. Same movie. She makes a music video for the soundtrack with DMX. And she's all in between X's legs, like, make it back in one piece. But you wouldn't kiss that little Chinese man doing all that kung fu. Oh, that was so fucked up. Eraser was like that. Eraser, remember that with fuck, who was in it? It was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hold on. Let me see. Who was in the movie Eraser? I should look that up since I have this thing here in front of me. I actually have like mad computers and stuff in front of me. Cause I'm I don't know, trying to be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to be. Vanessa Williams? Yeah, Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams was in Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and yeah, he saves her. Like literally, they fall out of a plane together, and when it's all over, she gives him a hug. Only a black woman can get away with that. Man on Fire, Man on Fire. Who was that? But Man on Fire was a little girl, right? Man on Fire. Who the fuck was in that one? 1987. That's Denzel Washington and Dakota Fanning. Is that was the Dakota fan and the damsel in distress in that one? I love Cradle to the Grave. Cradle to the Grave is some serious Black Air Force One energy. DMX doing keeping up with Jet Li with fucking untied Tims on. Oh man, that shit was great. Streets of Rage had me thinking I could beat a whole block's ass. Yo, okay, I didn't feel that way, but I always wondered that about like those group fights. The group fights, like games like Streets of Rage or Pit Fighter or anything like that, where it's just like a few people and they gotta fight like a million motherfuckers to get to the boss. So you guys remember there was an episode a while back we were talking about that where I was always pissed. I'm like, just fight the boss. Why do I gotta fight all these people? But they explained to me what that was all about. But when like okay, I've always if Bruce Lee, I used to wonder as a kid, could Bruce Lee beat up the whole world? Because I would see him do these fights little bit. I didn't realize these fights were choreographed, but I would watch him fight like 30 men and not really get touched. If he got touched once, it'd be like he get kicked and roll into some fucking nunchucks and be like, all right, now let's do this. And be like, well, shit. And I realized how ridiculous that is. There's no way he could beat the whole world up. But he's going to get pretty far just because who wants to be the person that gets pulverized in the fight against Bruce Lee? Does that make sense? Like, if there's 30 of us and one of him, well, I already know he's going to dislocate a few motherfuckers' arms. He's going to get a few throat chops in. Some motherfuckers might get their neck snapped. You know what I mean? Especially like as he gets tired and more desperate, it's going to get more brutal. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. I'm not even just trying to stop people. I'm trying to end it with one blow. Like, yeah, I'd be getting to the back of the line. I don't want to be the people. I don't want to be the people that make Bruce Lee tired. Cause there's nothing in that. You don't. You're just a guy who got beat to death. You know what I mean? And like, no one's gonna remember you. No one's gonna remember you dying on the battlefield of fighting fucking Bruce Lee. No, whatever. Hunchback. She should have gave that dude some dome. I haven't seen a Hunchback. Did y'all hear that? I just farted. I don't know if y'all can hear that. He comes to her store. Very cute couple. Good movie. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Did they go on an adventure like that? That one I've never seen, like the movie or the Disney thing. But we'll see. Raid Redemption was like that. Raid Redemption. I had an idea for a sketch based off of the Raid Redemption. If I'm thinking of the proper movie, Raid Redemption is the one. Uh, it's like that SWAT team is in their. They're coming into that apartment building, right? It's like you got to keep going up all of those floors in the apartment building. Raid Redemption. Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The raid. Right. So like there's a scene in that movie where they pow, he goes through the fucking door of an apartment and they're fighting in and out of the apartment into the hallway and then somehow he gets blasted out out of the apartment, but he's like still got the back of the dude's head, and he goes through the door but lands on the door shards where like the guy lands like right here, and the shards of the door go up through the jugular and like pierce all through his face, and he lands like face to face with that, and he still immediately gets up. And he's like, and I'm like, whoa, 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 bro. I would need a minute. I would need a minute. Like, yes, I just did that, but I would need a minute. And then the thing is, he got up so fast where you're like, wait, have you have you done this before? Have you were really calm with the you just got up. Like, yeah, let me do it again. Who else wants some? Right? And like whoo, all of those movies. So I had this idea of like the skeevy ninja. It's like the first guy. Um. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I could change that. The green light. Anyway, I'll get to it. The first guy, like who does all of that ninja shit, pop, 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 pop. But like the shit that he does to people, you gotta deal with that. Like when you and you snap a nigga's arm, you feel that too. You gotta, oh shit, ooh, okay, oh, whoo, all right. I didn't realize that was going to happen. But anytime I come down like that, okay, duly noted. That's the green light is freaking you out, yo. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a little bit autistic in that aspect. I like lights. I keep a bunch of different lights doing stuff in the background all the time. There, I changed it to something a bit less freaky. There you go. But all right, what was I about to talk about? See what else y'all been talking about. You got to be the guy jumping from the second level. Yeah, yeah. Bruce is a Seattle legend. He's buried up there. Is he really? Oh, well, you definitely got to get me up there now. You definitely got to get me up there now. That way I can see. I did not know. I mean, yeah, I'm not. I like Bruce Lee, but I'm not that nerdy where I get that deep into it. But you know what I mean. Yeah, I would love to come and see where he's buried. And I guess he did live over there for a little while, right? Huh. Go to a hardcore show. Always like that. Speaking of a hardcore show, September 17th. It's gonna be good. Um, Having a lot of calls about that. I've been kind of going like not crazy, but definitely been in a weird place because I'm working long term on these things in the background. So every day isn't necessarily getting up and running out to do comedy. A lot of days are just a few phone calls, a few video calls to plan this thing, and it doesn't fully feel like work because I'm kind of just planning this event that I want to do for myself that I think will be fun. So that's an interesting place to be in. That's why I said these are usually short because most people get on these things just to complain. I have nothing to complain about, and it really doesn't even make sense to complain. I'm learning that, like, if you have 10 things going on in your life and one of them is bad, but nine of them are good, there's no point even complaining about the one that's bad. It will eventually get in line with the other nine. You know what I mean? It's like that's what I'm learning now. Even when there's things that you can't control, you can't control them. Just move on to something else. Just move on. Like have a bunch of stuff going on in your life that you can just always. And they don't have to be like people are like, well, Dave, I'm not as fortunate as you. I'm telling you, it doesn't have to be a lot going on. It can start with the little things like push up challenges, brushing your teeth, like trying to get your teeth white or whatever. For me, it's all these little things. Getting my hair back, you know what I mean? Trying to get my eyeballs back. Just focus on little stuff, man, where it's like, yeah, regardless of what else is going on, these little things is going on. And they're always like major reminders. Like my plants, like look at that shit. They're like a constant reminder that shit is always growing and you're always growing. So yeah, man. Um, Good production value. You guys are hilarious. My buddy felt a guy's leg break in his hand during the wrestling match. Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna need a minute. I can't just fucking snap a dude's arm and get right back. Just enjoy the peace while it lasts. Keep being productive. I hope I am a wise man and that I'm not just some idiot just parroting a lot of the shit that I read and program myself with throughout the day. Which that's really where most of this has come from, guys. Most of this is I have used my phone and YouTube and the internet in a way more constructive way. And yeah, that's why I'm not like ashamed of like my internet history or anything like that. Yeah, come and see it. Come and see it. And be like, oh well, looks like you doing a lot of self help books and you're studying and reading. Wait. You fapped at 4 p.m. Well, but then you went back to learning Spanish and just read a book after that. Well, shit, I guess the fap isn't that bad, is it? And that's how a guy today yelling in the internet, these videos talking about if a guy is still jerking off on porn, he's cheating on you. That's digital cheating because that guy wants somebody else. I'm like, guys, you gotta stop. You gotta stop trying to police other people. If that's what you feel, that's what you feel. When you go on the internet and start telling people what to do, I think you missed the point of the internet. I don't think I tell people what to do here. I tell you what I do. I tell you the things that I do that I think are wise. I tell you the things that I do that I know are absolutely idiotic, so that I hope you all can learn from them. I mean, that's the whole point of being the Black Air Force One, leader. There is we're not all at the same stages, but we definitely we definitely have to recognize real when you see it. So recognize people in their stage and applaud them for where they are. You know what I mean? Like just applaud them for where they are as opposed to any of that other shit. Speaking of which, I'm going to probably bring this up as a topic, just from some of the stuff that you guys have been writing in, and we're going to read those responses on the next episode. But the stuff you guys have been writing in, leaving on the hotline, thank you everybody for participating in that. I do want to address, me and my lady were just talking about this, stealing at work. Like, what is it that makes stealing from work such an acceptable thing in America? I don't know what it's like in other countries, obviously. I've never worked in other countries. I'd imagine theft at work is pretty high also. But that's a very fascinating concept that we all, like, you're not going to find too many people that disagree with you about stealing little shit from work. Some people steal bigger shit from work. And it's just like the concept of they're bigger than you, they have more, so they won't notice it. That's what I've kind of gathered is like the psychological thing that we all tell ourselves. It's like they got plenty, they won't notice it. But there's no honor there. There's no like embarrassment either. And I think it's because most of our parents stole from work, right? Like most of you had parents who brought you home school supplies from their job, pens from their job. You know what I mean? Uh, and it's not. You want to say it's just like poor people, but no, because remember that lady at Nike, her son was using her discount to like steal sneakers and sell them as a markup or whatever, her corporate card or whatever. Like that was wild. And I mean, that's just what people could do. It's the least they could do. Let me take a few things because paper, printer, and staples get expensive. That's the other thing. When we steal those kind of office supplies, like paper, staples, like really, are you stapling that much at home that you can't just bring it in and staple it? That there's no way that we need stapler. As I say that, I'm pretty sure I have a stolen stapler around here somewhere. I'm sure I didn't pay for this. I don't know why we do it. It's hilarious. Hold on. But I want to get better at that. I want to get better at that because there's no reason I don't know why we do it. We don't need any of the stuff that we steal from work. If you work in food, you steal food from work and it's not healthy food you're stealing. It's like the worst shit. Work at Wendy's, you're fucking stealing doubles and triples and taking them home and infecting your family with all that fucking fast food. They're like, what are you stealing that for? But we gotta steal. I remember one time I used to work in a warehouse. I worked in a warehouse. We were packing medical supplies, bro. Medical supplies. Ace bandages, fucking hot cold packs, any of that stuff, and just shipping them to urgent cares, whatever they order, we fulfill the order, put it in the box, ship it off. That was the job, and I was still stealing stuff from there, and I was stealing dumb shit like stethoscopes, bro. I stole a stethoscope and gave it to my kid, like, hey, yo, you can listen to your heart with that. Yeah, daddy got you that from work. You realize most of the time, if your parents ever tell you they got you something from work, they stole it. If your parents got you something, yeah, I brought that home for you from work. That's what they tell you. Yeah, I brought this home for you from work. No, they stole it. That's why we don't see nothing wrong with stealing from work. We was born into this shit. Like everybody steals from work. We talk about my bosses steal from work. Yeah, like the owners. I just put it there. It's usually the bosses. Never felt bad about taking from corporations. Small businesses, it depends on what and how they treat you. Just double down. Like, yo, if it wasn't a business that we was talking about, do you understand how crazy you sound? Like you sound like Biggie and them on "Give Me the Loot." And I'm robbing bitches too. Up the herringbones and bamboos. I wouldn't give a fuck if you pregnant. Give me the baby rings and the number one mom pendant. Like, and anybody can get it, and you don't feel bad about it. Them dudes was only robbing people on the train because that's all they had access to. Small business. I was that way though. I would definitely, when I was into more retail theft and like petty stealing, places like that, like a CVS or like a what do you call it, 7-Eleven, anything that was like a big chain where like, yeah, dude, you guys are fine. You don't notice this. I didn't know a lot of those stores were owned, like family owned and shit like that. They're like, hey, fuck you, buddy. That's mine. And you're like, oh shit, I didn't realize that. I'm not sure if I've ever taken a stapler, maybe a ruler. Yeah, take a chair. A chair. Bruh, I took desks. I've taken like there was a period I had a pickup truck, so there was nothing you weren't gonna tell. There was another time I had a job where I was driving a small truck, like like a maybe like a 30-foot box truck or something like that. And my house was along my route, returning route to the warehouse. So I would put stuff from the warehouse in the truck and then drive and do my drops all day. And then at the end of the drop, like if I had the truck, yeah, drop what I wanted from. So like racks from my garage to organize, those steel racks, you could order them from Amazon or Target. You pay like 90, $110. But they had plenty of them because it was a whole warehouse and they weren't using all of them. So I was like, let me take this for y'all because it's just going to end up in the dumpster. That's the thing. We know that. And I know that's why we justify stealing from work. We see the waste because we work on the bottom side. So it's like I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts. I know at the end of the shift, they're going to throw all these donuts and bagels in the trash. So don't tell me that I get a discount on donuts and I should pay for that. No, I'm not paying for donuts you throwing away in a few hours. Fuck that. Same thing. If the office is closing, I'm taking furniture. What? Because I know what y'all gonna do with this furniture. All y'all do is sell it, and then they no, fuck that. They don't care. A couch. Yeah, I've taken couches from work when I had a pickup truck. I've taken heavy tables from work, desks, office chairs. Yeah, toilet paper during quarantine. Okay, a lot of toilet paper. But I think maybe it might affect you negatively on a deeper level if you steal a lot. But everyone's gotta go. They gotta do what they gotta do. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, John. I think it does fuck with you like not intellectually, but mentally. They say this like, okay, I read this book during the pandemic called fuck. I'm so mad I can't think of it. It's a long book about Wealth of Nations. Wealth of Nations. Wealth of Nations by someone Adams, right? Who's that by? Wealth of Nations. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit more about the book I'm reading right now too. Adam Smith. Wealth of Nations by Adam Smith. All right. So um this book, it just breaks down like how countries interact with each other, the economy, all kinds of stuff like that. One of the things that they talked about in Wealth of Nations was countries needing to pay attention to criminal activity going on within it. Because if you allow some of it is okay and it has to happen. So it's like if I run a small country and I got a drug dealer in my country, all right, go ahead and let him rock out because he actually stimulates the economy. He makes money. He's gonna, put back into his community. Blah blah blah. Like let it run. That's business as usual. The problem is if he gets to be too big, he will fight viscerally when you come to shut him down. So it's like if you let a man sell crack, which he knows crack is wrong, but if he sells crack for and makes a living off of it, feeding his family and his neighborhood for 15 years, it's kind of hard to come tell him year 16, I need you to shut this down. This is illegal. Like, what the fuck you mean it's illegal? I've been doing this shit my whole life. That's the weird thing where like Karen's be kind of right with like, fuck, the little rules that we like overlook, if you keep you just keep training yourself. This is okay. 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 Like that's how my mind got that way. I was so bad with that shit. I would walk into a store and if it was a line, I felt like I had right to take it. I would walk into a store and feel like I don't feel like standing in line. Y'all should have hired more people. Y'all need to manage your staff better. So your punishment for not managing your store efficiently, I'm taking this. Like that. I taught myself that. Like, cause you just get into a weird thing, man. I got like 5 drink tickets in my wallet right now, and I don't drink. Hilarious. Love getting friends. I mean, yeah, that's and see. Here's a crazy thing about that, Dylan. So Dylan is saying he's got 5 drink tickets in his wallet right now, and he doesn't drink. For those of you who don't know, in a lot of venues, you will get drink tickets that allow you to get a drink for free, and they're usually probably supposed to be presented to artists, so that when the artists go to the bar, they're not charged. They can still tip, but it's like, hey, you don't know me, but I work here. I'm working here tonight. Give me a drink. Don't charge me. Decent thing that venues do. But some guys don't drink, and then sometimes you can use that to bring your little friends in or anybody here, get a drink ticket, blah, 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 go ahead, have a good time. Because some people can't afford to do it, and you looking out, you have access. I got a friend of mine who's doing that now, actually. A friend of mine who he actually put me on to a crazy hustle. And I'm gonna tell y'all this now. If you go to a concert, especially like a concert where there's like standing room, but you can buy like a different wristband to get you into another section. Apparently, you can go to any security guard or any staff member and just tell them you have a problem with your leg or your foot, and they can't question it. They just have to upgrade you to the next section. I'm going to try this out at the end of September. I'm going to a concert with my lady. We're going to buy general admission and then, try to move our way up with this. But my friend also works there. So if it doesn't work, we'll still do it with him. But yeah, again, I don't see anything wrong with that because it's like they charge a ridiculous amount to have a good time at a concert. Some people need that. So, you never know when you might get when you might need a stethoscope. Bro, that's what I'm saying. The stethoscope was pure, like, I think there was like a level of disrespect there. Like, there's something there of like, I just want to establish my fuck you to this thing here. Like, it's weird. I still have hemostats I nabbed for roach clips. Yeah. One time I was delivering for Five Below. And if you guys know Five Below, it's nothing. It's little girl stuff. But I had little girls. And if you've ever seen the stock room of a Five Below, the amount of stuff that just gets crushed or just laid around, like even if I was to forget stuff on the truck, it could fall up, like whatever. Nobody cared, bro. It's Five Below. It's Five Below, like a big refrigerator box full of pillows, and they'd be like, they all gonna sell for $5, whether they make it to the shelf or not. And even if they don't, they just I don't know where that stuff goes if it doesn't sell. But it's like, yeah, I might as well take this for my daughters. They're gonna enjoy themselves. Would you quit comedy to make $300 a day, chest hustling? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm learning how much of an art it is to sit in the park all day and just do nothing. And just do nothing. To care about nothing other than what's going on right in front of you, to be present with boom. And this is your day. Global warming, fires in Hawaii, not my problem. What? Immigrants at the border, not my problem. Rook, boom. Bishop, boom. Simple life. It's time to eat. Am I hungry? Well, let me think. I don't know. You'd be surprised how sitting in the park playing chess all day, you don't have a desire to snack. It's weird how not watching commercials, you don't have a desire to go, you don't have a desire to steal nothing because you don't feel like you're lacking anything. You're in the park playing chess, learning how to think a few moves ahead. That's it. You're just managing the opponent. Boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, all of that hunger that need to steal and do it, $300 a day, dude. $300 a day. Do the math on that, bro. Hold on, I should be able to do that in my head, right? I'll round it up, 300 and 300. All right, because it's 60 days in a year. So no, I could do. That's like 818 a year, right? Did I do that right? Yeah, yeah. That's $118,000 a year. That's to sit in the park all day. Still got tons of moisturizers and cleans from. Yeah, yeah. That's the weirdest shit. That's the weirdest shit. This that I scoped Biggie over Pac any day. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Worked as a janitor during school years. I stole enough toilet paper to keep myself supplied for years after I quit. Yeah, man. And the funny thing is, when you like when you steal stuff like that, you're you. I don't. I'm not gonna say you limit your friend group, but it is pretty fascinating. Like to just let people come to your crib and use your bathroom, and it's just like that clearly stolen roll of janitor toilet paper. You know what I mean? And they be like, "Yo, you got that brown shit? Oh, yeah, yeah, I steal that shit for work." That's all you can say. Now your friend has to decide whether or not they fuck with that. You know what I mean? Like here in New York, and I see this in a lot of other cities. We got these city bikes. These bikes all around the city. You can just put them in the little station, and you come up, put your credit card information. And they got them everywhere. They got them everywhere, but they're called city bikes here. A lot of people just steal them shit. Like I don't know how they get a hold of them or whatever, but a lot of people just be riding around on city bikes. Some people will paint over it, like you not gonna recognize it's a city bike, and that to me is fucking hilarious. Where it's like, well, you still got to pull up on your people, and your people can clearly see that you are riding a stolen city bike, and they got to decide whether or not that is a deciding factor for you or not. Like, yo. It's your man right here. Oh yeah, yeah. Why you on that? Well, he been on that city bike all summer long, man. Let him have that, man. Charles, that's his thing. He get down with all that kind of shit. And you just know it. Just let it. The saddest thing I ever stole from work was roach traps, bait. Like, please call an exterminator. I guess so, but you know what's so crazy? If you live in a city like New York, which I do, where the roach problem is never ending, and it's usually it don't have to be your fault. So yeah, it's like a weird. I'm learning this now with budgeting. You gotta prepare your budget for living. Like you gotta include. Like you gotta really take a toll. I'm learning this now. You gotta take a toll of what you spend and then know what it costs for you to live and just incorporate that into your budget so that that shit is taken care of. But yeah, man, it is wild. Like, because why wouldn't you steal something like that? I don't want to buy roach shit. I don't want to be judged buying roach shit. Yeah, Alex said, yeah, me too. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. I read your email or whatever that was. I know I saw it. We're gonna talk about it on the show. Give me the baby rings and the number one mom pendant. Right. Anybody could get it. Damn bad. You mean to this day, a small room filled with TP? Yeah, you was part of the problem. You was part of the problem. You know who else is? This is a weird thing that I learned before the pandemic, a few years before the pandemic. Like what was causing the change shortage? You know how many people just have change in their house? Like like people have those water coolers just full of change, just sitting in their house. And now that you can't just like Coinstar machines is like far and few between. They don't really have those no more. So yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get that back into circulation. But a lot of people got a lot of money. More I took roach jailbait for my job. Yeah. Shalom in. Good cop. Didn't have to buy more for a good long time. It seems sweet at the time. Now I just wish I had a better job. Yeah, that's how it was for me when I was at CVS. As a teenager at CVS, I stole so much stuff from CVS. I felt like I had life figured out. I had everything I needed, and anything that we couldn't afford, we just steal from there. And CVS, you had access to good. skincare, good deodorant, Febreze, even fucking was it laundry detergent? Oh God, that was so clutch. Stealing laundry detergent, having laundry detergent, and having laundry detergent for sale in the hood. I was doing better than dudes selling drugs. I was making easily an additional maybe $300 to $700 a week, and that's not all off of soap because I was selling bootleg movies. I was really really hustling as a teenager. I had a car with a trunk full of stolen merchandise. Most of it I was taken out of this job. I was working at CBS, but once I found out that women always in need of diapers and laundry detergent. Man, I didn't give a fuck about selling drugs no more. You know what I mean? I had a whole different hustle. A whole different hustle. I worked at a ghetto movie theater and they stopped stocking computer cleaner in the closet because it would be gone in a week. Oh, shit. That is fuck. The boss wife found out it was missing. Her daughter thought the dog ate it. It was sick and started crying. Your boss stole a forklift? That's gangster. That's gangster. Forklift. Yeah, you know what? I've been that bold too. I'm not gonna lie. I stole a grill once. I stole a propane grill. Yeah, that was wild. As a comedian, have I ever stolen a mic? Nah, I haven't stolen a mic. Uh-uh. This stuff I have I stolen anything as a comedian? No, not really. Not from like comedy clubs or anything like that. Never stole a mic, never will. I once found $200 to sit on the bathroom sink at work, and I took it. That makes sense. Dale, good question. There's always a few, and no one pays attention. Yeah, I probably could have done that. I probably should have if I was smart and was trying to build my own show. But nobody ever mentioned or asked about it. Yeah. That's your money. And money found, no conflict. But damn, you imagine how bad of a day you're having when you lose $200 in a fucking bathroom at a bar? Like, I mean, if that's not a wake up call to stop doing whatever the fuck you're doing, you know what I mean? Uh, what's that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Absolutely been there. Yeah, but there's always be a gray area of the rules. Scam that Jew. Scam that Jew. I do love that game when the Lewis and then play that on what's that, Real Life Podcast to get that on? I got drunk underage when I worked at St. Mark's Church selling drink tickets for a charity. It was vodka and cranberry. I didn't steal any money, but I got all my friends drunk. Yeah, at the church? Fuck that. The church deserved to have their alcohol stolen. I don't know. Maybe you should be able to drink at church. Who knows? Yes, ADA accommodations are never questioned. At the very least, you get a couple chairs and maybe a closing spot. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Hello. Philly comics are 100, no cap. But thank you, thank you. I haven't stolen janitor or half fly. It's not a. Oh, yeah, whatever. Alright. Oh, we got those. And you talking about the bikes? We got those in Minneapolis. People just leave them wherever. There are four of them on the sidewalk in front of the building yesterday. I think several have been pulled up from the lakes. Yeah, I used to play a game when I would ride any elevated trains, like the six or anything that comes above ground in the Bronx, and you would just see city bikes along the way where you're just like, Jesus Christ, that is weird. They're never gonna find that. Yeah. They live in Baltimore. They run the city. Yeah, yeah. Morgan, are you coming to the show in Baltimore? February 1st and 2nd. I got a show at the port, and that's Labor Day weekend. Should be fun. And I think the Baltimore Comedy Festival is going on, so it's gonna be a lot down there. But September 1st and September 2nd, that's at Ends Landing or Elms Point, something like that. Whatever. Roaches make me sick. Um, I work outside now for when they're doing this. All right, whatever. Good for you guys, man. You guys are really interactive. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read all of this to see if there was any other good talking points. The hustle I see in the hood is the older ladies sell the stuff they buy from Medicaid cards outside and tables. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, man. That's tough that the ladies got to hustle like that. The men is home playing video games. Men is in the bathroom making mixtapes, and they doing this shit. They going live, trying to make it. Oh, the poor ladies, they out here hustling, supporting each other. I uh I try not to get involved in this gender war that they keep trying to incite. I really do. I talk care shit every now and again, but I do give ladies their props. They have figured out a way to work, and their motivation is stronger. I think they're more committed to the youth than men are, because the youth came out of them. Men are kind of had enough, they tired. So all of that fighting, you're like, yeah, whatever, I ain't doing it. Fuck it, fuck it. Um, but I don't really care, and that's the way it's supposed to be. I ain't supposed to be there. Um, I guess I'll start going through dates again, just to remind y'all. Because if y'all don't hear this stuff over and over again, you'll forget. Isn't that weird? I used to think that it was just that, I wasn't big enough. You know what I mean? That y'all wasn't really fucking with the shit that I was talking about. But it's not that. All right, I'll just do it this way because I don't know any other way to do it. But yeah, September 1st and 2nd, I'm in Baltimore. Somebody's asking me about Stamford, Connecticut. August 26th, I'm coming to Stamford, Connecticut at the New York Comedy Club. Um, August 31st, Jersey City, New York. White Eagle Hall in Jersey City. That looks like it's going to be a dope venue. I do need to update my website to show September 17th is a New York City venue. Um, yeah, it's the Vigoist. It's 113 Ludlow Street. So it's in the Lower East Side. I told you guys this is a cool thing that we're starting. It's called Gas Night. We're trying to get people. Are they better on live stream? We're trying to get people to more sign up for gas. Okay, so with the podcast, I get it. Everybody, you guys soak it up for free here on YouTube. It is what it is. Uh, the live show is different. The live show will not be streamed anywhere. The live show is a totally different experience, kind of like what you just saw Legion of Skanks just did up in Vermont and New Hampshire and all the places that they were just at. We've also cultivated a live show. This live show, the tickets, the live stream is going to be going up. Excuse me, the Eventbrite is going to be going up probably tomorrow. Tickets are $40. Yeah, like a Kill Tony kind of thing. Tickets are $40. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna have a good time. I got some girls coming, some dancers. We'll start off with a little burlesque and stuff like that. Some games. I got some man on the street interviews. It's a great fucking time. Now here's the deal: $40. I told you. Why is it $40? Well, I realized it keeps the riffraff out. One, and I realize a lot of you want to pay more. You don't want to get dressed up. You don't want to bring your lady out to no raggedy cheap show that anybody could get into with $5 to $10. Now, for the people who are like, yo, I can't do 40, you're right. I wouldn't want you to do 40 either if you couldn't. Sign up for Gas Digital. If you use promo code NNFA 30, you get a 30-day free trial. So if you come to the door and you show me that you are logged into the app, that you are signed in, you in. You in. Yeah, if you want to pay the 40, please pay the 40. I gotta pay people to make the show happen. But I'm not trying to juice you people for that long term. If you got the 40 to pay and that's how you roll, boom, I got something for everybody. But for the other people that are like, yo, you'll get that benefit. You were in that show, just using your membership. And you can sign up at the door. You can sign up at the door. If you get there and they're like, yo, for you, it's 40, 80, 120, you're like, fuck, man. You can sign up at the door, man. You can sign up at the door. So I just want you guys to be in the thing. You want to see Luby doing? Yo, you know what's funny? I'm thinking about it. I'll see if Luby sees this because I'm gonna have Luby be a part of the show. Luby, for you guys who don't know, new episode coming out, Montenegrin supermodel. All right, tall Serbian, drink of water. All right, I want to see if I can get her to host the show, third mic, but just like in a bathing suit. That's not chauvinistic, right? It's like, come on, man, we gotta. That's what the people want. That's worth $40. The Montenegrin supermodel walking around asking everyone questions, fucking kids all in your face, legs out. What? Come on, man. Come on. NNFA needs Mark Random as a guest. He's Zach's favorite. Okay, I'll see about it. I don't know. I never know whether to trust you guys in the comments like that anymore. Since you guys started playing with me with the sounds off, your sounds bad. I'm like, I never, I never trusted. This is very much like Ari. Oh, good, good. These are people I respect. If I'm doing shit that someone like Ari Shafir is doing, cool. I'm like, you guys understand? I'm a black comic, but like I'm not like a black comic. Like I don't just follow by the black code. I just do what I think works. And what I've noticed with guys on gas, guys like Ari and Lewis and all of them, they had the freedom to do what the fuck they wanted to do. And they never had to cower or bend the knee. And that's the way I like to live my life also. All right. So speaking of Ari and Lewis, obviously September 29th to October 1st is Skankfest in Las Vegas. The return to Vegas. I cannot wait. That'll be exciting. And in St. Louis, um, St. Louis, the 6th and the 7th, which I need you guys to start buying tickets. If you're in St. Louis or you know people, tell them because I want to do a comedy show there also. This will be the live show. This will be the live NNFA show. So this again will be the same thing or the same type of show that you're seeing in New York in September, but we're doing it there. But the way they have us structured, for us to do stand up the way we want to, for us to add a second show, we need to set out the first show first. So we're in the small room in the garage. I think it seats like 60. Boom, we sell that out, and then we can start adding on a second comedy show after that. So make all of that work out for us. Also, oddly enough, dude, we're making moves to look at London, some other venues, just spreading it around, going to where it is. I'm still trying to track down a venue in LA. It's probably going to be Typewriter, Dynasty Typewriter, or Elysium are the two places that I've been given contact information for to try to put together a show. So for those saying the West Coast, that's where I'm looking at. LA, Seattle. I know Oakland in the Bay Area has also been asking for us a lot, especially when we come out to Skank Fest. And see a lot of people are like, "Yo, when y'all coming out here?" So I'm working on that. It was me. It was just me for a while. Finally got some good help. Got a producer. You know what I mean? Got some other ladies floating around. That's all the show really needed was some ladies. Ladies, they make things better, man. I mean, you gotta see that on all the other podcasts. Why is Real Ass Podcast do so good? Because of Shannon. You know what I mean? Why does SDR do so well? Because of Shannon. Like dudes can handle the on camera shit and the mic shit, but that when it's time to come home and do this, that's where the ladies thrive. Men don't do this well. And if they do, come on, that's a strange guy. All right, guys, I'm about to end this. I gotta get dressed, go into the city. I'm at the world famous Comedy Cellar tonight. So it should be a fun show. And this was good. This was good because it already got my mojo going and flowing, and I'm ready to talk and hash out some ideas. So I'm glad we did this way. All right. New podcast up Sunday here on YouTube, 7 o'clock, new time. With Luby Popovic. The Montenegro supermodel. Derek was out, so I had Luby sit in for him. We did a family episode with me and her. We talked about some things. So I'll see you here next week. Let me know. Should I be doing these earlier? Is 9 good for you guys, or is 8? Because 8 is probably easier for me to always be able to do these from home. Let me know. The same thing with the Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I'm Dave Temple. I'm almost fully at 10,000 followers. So yeah, let's see if that gets me like a blue check mark or something. Not that it really matters. I don't care. Put me in the park playing chess for $300 a day. That's where I want to be. But I'll always come back and check out with you guys here. All right. All right. Love you. No need for apologies. Hey, listen, The force. And when I say the force, I mean the Black Air Force. It's strong with all of you. I can feel it. I can feel it. I love what we are putting together, what we're building. All right. And I hope to see all of you guys soon in some way, shape, or form. Keep supporting live comedy. All right. Yeah. And go to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know, watch some other goofy shit I got going on over there. All right. Talk to you guys later. Peace.